continuing on with our lives. You don't agree with a lot of digital content too. You make one digital thing, but millions of people consume it. You didn't do more work than the time spent making that one thing. Copying files is not work. Okay. You've got some interesting takes, Kylor. Like the dude made Minecraft, Microsoft bought it for $2.5 billion. Nuts. It's just a video game. Dude spent time making it and deserves some money, but that's insanely out of balance with the rest of the economy. Well, before Microsoft bought it, it sold hundreds of millions of copies, hundreds of thousands of copies.
Hey, look at that.
Best-selling game of all time, I think.
Oh, an airship?
And it's from Grand Pulse. I guess it was one of this Ark's weapons or something.
That's a gate to Grand Pulse. Right.
So what? That's our exit? Pulse or bust?
Could be one of Daisley's traps.
Well, that's not good. Do you think it might take us to Eden?
I'm doing the flying. No more of these ships taking charge of our travel plan stuff. The only place this thing is taking us is where these boys tell it to.
Really? That is a Grand Pulse ship.
Really? Leave it to me.
Either way, we're on borrowed time, so we might as well go. We get lucky, maybe we'll even turn up some way to get rid of these goofy tattoos.
Yeah.
But there's no way to do that.
You never know. Maybe we just didn't think to look for one.
If nothing else, we know Cocoon's safe for the time being. I'd say it's worth going to take a look.
Maybe. But what about your dad?
I made him a promise. I promised him to keep going and do what I had to. He said only I would know what that was. The world's full of lies. There's no way of knowing what's right. All we can do is believe in ourselves. It's easy to sit back and let people trick you. Like how the Sanctum had us all thinking that l'Cie was some sort of monster. I'm done with their lies. fal'Cie, this whole focus thing. From here on out, I use my eyes. Think. And act. I might not make all the right choices, but as long as I'm the one who decided what to do, there's nothing to regret.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. I'm with you. Bad choices and all.
Of course, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. Pulse is hell, you know.
Oh, is it now? How many times have you been there?
None. But I want to go and see what it's like for myself.
Okay, people. So, everybody in?
Right,
Absolutely.
yeah. Off to hell we go.
We're just gonna gloss over how Fang was like, I'm not down with y'all. And then all of a sudden Eidolon pops up and she's like, all right, I'm down with y'all.
No one ever said the future'd be easy. But I think we all saw the glimmer of a dream somewhere in the sky that night.
Games should cost far less. Oof. That's a hot take.
That we could change our fate.
Well, maybe not a hot take, very common take, but a hot topic.
Who could say? that moment's come and gone. You did it!
Yeah, I told you, didn't I?
Playful little critter, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll play with someone else.
Happens all the time.
He thinks we're lunch.
Yeah, like on the seafood buffet.
Seafood, cute.
Guys, here it comes!
Get it? Seafood suckers.
Fang! Get him!
I'm on it! Here! Here goes!
Hey, over here!
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm great.
Grab on!
Why is it that we've gotten 2 airships, and every time we've gotten one, we've crashed it?
Home sweet home. Welcome to Grand Pulse.
We've even gotten some flying movie thingies. Not like movies and films, as in like moving things. And we've crashed those too. Yes. So games should cost far less. So what do you think games should cost, Kylor? Out of curiosity. Are you gauging this on a
The world, wild and fragile, vibrant and untamed. Grand Pulse.
Are you gauging this on a proportion of how much time, effort, and money is put into a project that they should only get times X of that money back?
It's a place where lives are ruled by the brutal struggle for survival and the callous and uncaring whim of the fal'Cie. There is no such thing as mercy. Only a never-ending string of trials that weed out the weak and leave only the strong. Reigns knew the truth. The purpose lying at the heart of all the fal'Cie's actions. Recalling their lost deity and returning the world to its former glory. People were never anything more than sacrifices. And Cocoon's destruction? It's just a way to wake a sleeping god. But would bringing the Maker back into this world really lead to our salvation? The Maker created fal'Cie, and they, in their desperation to be reunited with the Maker, created l'Cie. And l'Cie? I wonder what we'll end up creating. Our future looked bleak, but as long as we could keep our spirits up, we'd find a way to change our fate. Somehow.
You were having a dream.
A pretty strange dream.
Welcome to Grand Post.
Hey, my
Hey
feet are killing
guys,
me.
have any luck?
No sign of anyone else. But we did find plenty of bloodthirsty wildlife in crumbling ruins.
Long day?
Well, guys, we've run out of places to search around here. Huh. Where's Hope?
He's off with the Chocobo, getting supplies. Hello.
Hey. You all by yourself?
He's Brand!
What?
We gotta find him.
Ooh boy. What if I was using Hope? Would have just been kicked out of my party. Let's save real quick. As of September 28th, 2001, the best-selling video game was Minecraft with 238 million copies. They were at market price of 60 bucks. That would be approximately $14 billion profit. Well, it wasn't sold at $60. I believe it was sold at multiple different prices. I want to say it was like $19, $25, $30. Something like that. But yeah, you know, it's a pretty big game. Critical village. This critical stuff, I ain't with it. This one's new. ATB advantage. Improved evasion. That do. Item scavenger. Kill ATB charge. Interesting. This is expensive. You love the voice work done here? Or, I guess, back then? The, whatchamacallit ones? I think the voice acting in this game is pretty good. I was looking at, not what my next game will be, but, what games I would be interested in playing after this. And and kind of like looking at, you know, eBay and things like that to see if I want to purchase them, yada yada, this and that. And I ended up going down a list of certain games that I was curious about, but have also already tried. 4,000. Gosh. What is this? ATB level. Any accessory slots? Ravager. It's your ability. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh. And I came across a game that I actually did try playing, but I couldn't get past the voice acting, among other things. Had some technical difficulties. I thought that was very curious. Usually I don't... Well, I guess back then I didn't really have much patience for stuff. Right. Era. Zara. Bigger. Team bonus attacks. HP is high, don't really care. Aurora. Flame Strike. Physically attack for fire damage. That one's nice to have. Frost Strike. Here's my accessory. 8,000. Look at how expensive this stuff is. Unbelievable. I guess now I can see why this stuff is priced how it is, because they just really go up. I think I have to go with Ravager, unfortunately. And I don't think I'm gonna get these spells, even though her magic is better. Oh, they goofed up my party again, which means I have to redo my paradigms again. Ah! Ah! You're killing me over here, man. A brother just... Can you just not do this to me? It's so annoying. Blindside. Ravage. You're getting this stuff so late. And it costs so much. It costs so much. Where's your accessory slot, Ravager? Oh, we must have died. Counterattack after defending, deal more damage the longer you defend. You know, I don't know if I want Entrench. I don't necessarily think I care about counterattacking. Not really what I'm there, or what the Sentinel class is doing for me. Alright, so you get an accessory at Commando. Synergist is what I'm most interested in right now. What do you got? Bar Water, Bar Thunder. You're almost at the point where you quit this game. Interestingly enough, I passed the point where I quit this game. Ooh, Thundaga. Man, the monsters in this place better be given like 1,000 per battle, per 1,000 per monster. If you're gonna be throwing these types of numbers at me. ATB level ones introduced. How far do I have to go for this? Gosh. It's so far away, it's so expensive. So unbelievably expensive. We'll worry about you later. Neil. Hey, where is your accessory slots? Ooh, they're both out of this. That's curious. I think we'll go ahead and spend the points here. The 2,000 might not have been worth it. Oh, we get ATB level right there. Okay, okay. Nice 300 HP right there. Curasa. What the heck? Restore HP to target proportional to amount of damage target has taken. I don't even know if I want you to have something like that. Alright, accessory is pretty far, but be further. Curaja. Oh, wait, does cure... Is that how cure works? I thought it was just a flat amount. Alrighty. Gonna do this again. Hooray! Hooray! This is my double commando Ravager. This is Sentinel Synergist. We'll keep that one for now because I keep forgetting which one that's supposed to be. Let's go Commando. We already have a Relentless Assault. Commando, Synergist, Medic. And then Commando, Ravager, Medic. I think I'm supposed to have an offensive Saboteur. Seems about right. I like that. Let's save again. I feel like we've spent 30 years doing that. I'm sure the game is going to do that several more times. Let me see if I can catch up on some of this chat. It's mostly based on symbolism. Destroying airships and that and means of ease that you haven't created yourself is to point out that all of the characters are really working off their own determination and effort. Ah. That kind of stuff is 100% stuff that I never catch. Symbolism is always lost on me. Maybe not always, but it's never the first thing I go to, and it's never really the first thing that I realize. Maybe sometimes after I beat the game, it'd be like, oh, that connects with this. Or maybe like later on. But that one definitely is a very out-of-the-box symbolism for me. And it also maybe doesn't necessarily work out in my eyes, because they still used the transportation to get somewhere that they couldn't normally get. And so if you're going to give them that amount of freedom, you might as well just keep going. But I don't know. I took a myth and symbols class in community college many years ago, and that's the end of my story. Very interesting class, to say the least. All stuff that I did not care about at all. Are we getting slapped? I think we're getting slapped. Yep, digital content shouldn't be a get-rich-quick scheme. Like you said earlier, money is meant to be an exchange of services. The time and effort required should be reflected in the value. Richest man in the world gets rich off swindling people, keeps promising stuff and not delivering. Can't necessarily argue with the richest man in the world comment. Although I feel like the get-rich-quick scheme is a little dismissive of a lot of people's contributions, I suppose. There are people that do educational digital content, especially in the world of the pandemic. Digital content seems to have been a very important proponent. But I get where you're going. Why does everybody have to see me before? They always turn around. Maybe I should just start walking. Got Tesla going by promising the Roadster, but he took 10K deposits from people, and like 14 years later, I think it's been now, he's saying he won't release it so he can cover 6 feet off the ground, minimum of 3 more years. I ain't got no opinions on Tesla, mostly because I don't follow anything Tesla related. But I do be hearing some Tesla stuff. But it's crazy. You love the voice acting? You just hate the feeling like the characters aren't properly balanced? What do you mean by that, Espervex? That they aren't properly balanced? Got a ton of public investors in his boring company and his Hyperloop. Both on hold indefinitely. Took deposits on the Cybertruck. Well, the investor thing, you know, if the investors want to push back on that, they could. You know, that is up to the investors. Or that is on the investors, rather. I'm sure the investors probably don't, I think care is the wrong word, but I'm sure they probably don't care as much because Tesla's making them, you know, millions of dollars elsewhere. Or, you know, maybe the tiny small percentage chance they understand that stuff happens. highly unlikely, but, you know, maybe. Curasa is a really interesting spell, and basically an alternate version of Cure. Some of your characters will get the full Curasa line instead of the Cure line. Interesting. I didn't realize that Cure just restored a percentage, like a flat percentage, I guess. Flat percentage is, I guess, the wrong description there, but like that's really what set me back in this game, is I didn't read the abilities that I was getting. I just assumed that, oh yeah, I want all the abilities because abilities are good, and that actually is not the case. I need to have a plan with my characters, and then I need to execute that plan in the Christogenesis Crystarium to make sure that I'm, you know, taking the most advantage of my plan, you know, with auto battle. I mean, yeah, I can execute my plan without all that, but that's where I really goofed. Because right now I've got people like Snow casting spells when, you know, he has like 88 magic. Who's there? Debuffs are not working. I'm gonna knock him up into the air at least once. I like watching people play games because you can catch audio and visual symbolism, like the fact the exploration and combat music are the same in this zone to notate that this is extremely hostile. They did that a little bit earlier as well. I remember in one prior zone, the airship. Forget the name of the airship. But they also did that there, and you know, the battle music is so good. Come on. Kill it before we die. Thank you. You don't see online teachers making billions of dollars. You don't see teachers making billions of dollars. You don't really see teachers making money. That's just the long and short of it. Done fighting those guys. Actually, I didn't check how much I'm gonna fight these guys. I want to know how much, how many points I'm getting. Oh yeah, and he's trying to send people to Mars in a few years to colonize. Humans cannot survive in space or in Mars for extended periods of time. Our bodies are not designed for low gravity. Astronauts come back with all sorts of health issues after being up there for months. Yeah, well, I mean, in a lot of ways, he could just do whatever he wants. So if he has crazy ideas and people are on board for his crazy ideas, you know, more power to him is how I see it. I definitely agree that it is definitely strange. So I got 880. So if I were up at the highest node area, it would require 4 fights for 1 node within the first area. After I'm out of the first area, it's 6 fights. And then after I'm out of the second area, it's 8 fights for 1 node. I don't think it was that bad of a disparity earlier on. I'm gonna do 1 more turn, maybe 2 more turns of this. We're gonna go to this right now. You like the Crystal Gen system, but it was done better in Tales of Xillia with the Lilium system, where it's a stat web instead of a singular path line with occasional branching paths. So I don't mind the Crystal Genesis system like as a whole. You know, I think it's fine. I think it needs quality of life for me, because it's just obnoxious. Like it really is obnoxious to kind of have to go back into the tree over and over again to put points into things. And it was made worse in the beginning of the game, or like the first half of the game, where we're like constantly going back and forth between different parties and things like that. And it was happening with such frequency that we were running into situations where, you know, like I'm constantly having to put in points to characters every 2 hours or something like that. Which, you know, if we were playing normally, you would still have that problem per se. But if they allowed you to queue up where you wanted to go, I would probably have no issues with the whole Crystal Genesis Crystarium. Because then I could just be like, okay, this is the path I want to go, and I don't have to worry about this for, you know, the next 3 hours or whatever. And they can show me the progress that I made during the battle screen. I'm sure there's plenty of room on here. Yeah, plenty of space to show me, like, hey, you know, X character got this many nodes in this tree. You don't even have to tell me what they got, because honestly, it's not even the most important thing.
Hope!
You get about 1k points per fight variance of 180 in both ways. Yeah, it's not enough for me. I need more. I don't want to fight. These fights are kind of annoying. I'm sure they're just going to get more annoying. Hedge your bets.
This is how it ends. Just wait. Now, how long has it been since we left Cocoon? Not a single soul for miles around? Not a single clue about this whole sea mess? What I'm saying is, we did well just getting this far.
But we could go a little further.
Meaning?
There's still one place.
Vanille?
Oh,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You know, if we don't find anything this time, we won't get another chance.
Erba. place it all began.
Hope.
The place where the Pulse Fal'Cie lay dreaming. Vanille and Fang's home. Just maybe, it'll be the place where we find the answers we're looking for.
You're right. If we can get there.
Go ahead without me.
We can't just leave you.
I'll be fine. You've all taught me so much. You showed me how to fight.
What did I tell you? Leave the fighting to me.
I'm scared.
We understand. You're not gonna go through this ordeal alone, you know. Huh?
That's what scares me. I don't want to see you get hurt because of me. It'd be better for everyone if I just stayed behind.
Didn't upgrade Hope's weapon. Bakufu.
Mention ordeals, and look what comes along!
This is not an ordeal. This is a gift. Hope! This is the kind of power you've got inside, and it's telling you not to give up. Trust me.
Oh, I get it. It's here to show you the way. Show you that you've got what it takes to get back on your feet and do this thing.
You mean that came from me?
Ready?
What the Sokofu paradigm is this? Ravager Medic Sentinel? Auto.
Give it your best shot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we I'm so salty. I'm just gonna kind of like waste a little bit of time here. I don't know what I want to do.
Give it your best shot.
And he sold self-driving beta versions for 10K too. Beta version that doesn't work. I thought I heard something that whatchamacallit stuff was working out. Or maybe that was Google. Might have been Google. Man, what are these?
This ain't quick. Give it your best shot.
I don't even think you have rays, huh? Do not. Alright.
I gotta stay strong. On your knees.
Alright, this isn't working out so hot for me. Let's just go to this.
Give it your best shot.
Careful now. Some things you just do.
You're gonna swerve.
I was gonna say, man, Hope needs an ATB gauge really badly. But I think he gets one after this fight. Go in here, hope for the best. I think we can afford to be a little greedy. Nope. Nope. Might have been able to do it if those two didn't die. Yeah, it looks like we would have probably been able to do it if those two didn't die. Alright, well, life is hard.
This isn't fair.
These damage just cast some cure spells. I know it's never going to happen, but I'd really like for a game to explain that dynamic. You know, like, oh, he's fatally injured. What are we going to do? Well, have you tried casting Raise? Well, that's not going to work because, you know, they have this super poison of reflect magic on them or something. But, you know, like I said, it's never going to happen. All right. Sentinel Commando Medic is actually interesting. Or Sentinel Commando Delta Attack. That one's interesting. I think I want this one to be diversity. I think we're just gonna rock with this. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'd rather be... Yeah, I'd rather be doing damage. Oh, Hope has like 19,000 Crystal Genesis points. Sucker food. Oh, you know what? Saboteur on Fang? That would have been nice to have. That's not the one. I guess this is the only option I have, huh?
Some things you just do.
Want him to attack one more time. There we go. Get in there. It's amazing what you can do with paradigms that actually do something. Alright, well.
Here I go.
We don't get any Crystal Genesis points from this anyways. Through the power of teen angst, we summon a Megazord. Some sort of weird castle Megazord. Once again, it's amazing what you can do when you actually have a paradigm that actually does something. I only needed 4 there, I think.
Some beast you tamed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I always thought the Eidolons appeared to set us free through death. But now, I think maybe they're here to snap us out of our slumps.
Oh, like the one you were just in?
I'll ask for help earlier next time around.
I told you. On Grand Pulse, we're all family. You can moan all you like, but you're stuck with us.
You're never alone in hell.
Listen, funny man, don't call this place hell, all right?
So, we're all decided then.
Yeah.
Yup. Maybe nothing would change. And maybe we'd hit a dead end. But we were at least going to see where the road would take us.
How much battery life do you
Search
think
for
is...
a home buried in the past, and the faintest glimmer of hope.
How much battery life do you
Our
think is...
final journey
Ooh.
had just begun.
How much battery life do you think is left in Lightning's shoulder guard? Does she have to change the batteries often? These are the type of things that pop through my mind. Also, why was Hope unconscious on the river?
Let's
The
go.
stream. Arcalite Steppe. This place looks like so much fun. Look at that behemoth running around.
This stone, it's...
Look familiar?
It's a kind of Seath. It's in the last stage.
A Seath.
Don't worry. It's no threat to anyone anymore. Lassie that fail their focus become Seath and wander the wilds. Eventually, they lose the will to go on and turn to stone. But still, even in this state, they can't forget the task they once had.
And they call out to Lassie, over and over. Complete my focus.
So they're doomed to eternal regret, huh? It's pretty horrible.
Well, hey, we should help this one out. I mean, come on, we can't just ignore it. Listen, if we fail our focus, it could be us suffering like that.
Wow, what a happy thought. That's not like you.
But going out of his way to help someone, that's Snow all over.
Alright, Seath stones lie scattered about the world of Grand Pulse, the final remains of failed former Lassie. Upon touching a Seath stone, you will be given the opportunity to undertake its unfinished focus as a mission, hunting down whatever terror it had been tasked with slaying. Finding and defeating the mark will complete the mission, earning you special rewards. Completing enough missions and previously dormant Seath stones will begin to awaken, presenting you with new and more rewarding challenges. It is only possible to accept one mission at a time, suck fu. Take on a new mission without completing your previous one, and the early mission will be abandoned. You can check the details of your current mission, including the whereabouts of your mark, on the map screen at any time. What about the rewards that I'll get? What is this party? I'm telling you, man. You're killing me here. I know this was the party that we had in the fight, but just I'm dying. And I'm dying over here. Now I have to do this again. think I had any more. Yeah, that one. This one I goofed. Oh, that one's interesting. Alright. We will rock with that. I do believe that we do not have to use hope anymore. Here you go, save. I needed a mark 8 minutes ago.